force. Level 1. The contract. It starts with a signature. The pen feels heavier than it should, not because of the ink, because of what it binds you to. The man across the table doesn't rush you. He watches. Not your hand, your hesitation. You sign. No speech, no handshake. Just a nod. You deploy in 36 hours. That's all you get. You thought this was another contract. Security, maybe convoy protection, something controlled. You're wrong. The flight is unmarked. No insignia, no uniforms. Just 10 men sitting in silence, each one avoiding eye contact like it's part of the rules. It is. You learn that fast. No names, no past, no questions. Only roles. You're level 1, which means you don't matter yet. Your gear is basic. Standard rifle, plate carrier, 6 magazines, 72 hours of rations, no personal modifications, nothing that stands out. You're expendable. That's not said out loud. It doesn't need to be. The first operation is simple. On paper. Secure a compound. Extract a package. No engagement unless necessary. But necessary comes fast. Gunfire starts before you reach the gate. You hesitate for half a second. That's long enough. The man next to you doesn't. He moves, fires, clears the entry. You follow. Because if you don't, you're already done. Afterward, no one talks about what happened. They only talk about timing. You were late, someone says. You don't argue. You adjust. That's level 1. You survive. Nothing more. Level 2. The operator. It starts when they stop watching you constantly. Not because they trust you. Because you've stopped making mistakes worth noticing. You're given better gear, custom rifle, night optics, comms upgrade. Small changes. But they mean something. You're now expected to operate without being told every move. You're not just reacting. You're anticipating. Operations become more complex. Urban entries, night extractions, moving through environments where mistakes don't just cost you, they cost contracts. You learn the real currency here. Not money. Efficiency. You clear rooms faster. You make decisions without waiting. You stop hesitating. That's what they're measuring. Not how you shoot. How you think. You start seeing patterns. Who leads without being assigned? Who follows orders too slowly? Who panics when things shift? You adapt. Because staying level 2 too long means something's wrong. You don't talk about promotions. They happen when you stop asking for them. Level 3, the specialist. It starts with a choice. Not yours. Theirs. You're good with systems, they say. Or long range. Or demolitions. They assign you a function. And now you're no longer interchangeable. That's the first real shift. You become valuable. But only in a specific way. Your role narrows. You train differently. Longer hours. More precision. Less margin for error. Because now, if you fail, it's not just a mistake. It's a weakness in the system. You operate differently in the field. Less visible. More critical. You're not clearing rooms anymore. You're controlling outcomes. A shot from 600 meters that decides whether the operation continues. A signal intercept that changes the route. A charge placed exactly where it needs to be. You feel it. The weight. Not of survival. Of responsibility. And something else starts to happen. You stop seeing people. You see variables. Targets. Signals. Outcomes. That's how you know you're changing. Level 4, the team lead. It starts when someone doesn't come back. No ceremony. No explanation. You're just told, you're leading the next rotation. That's it. Now the decisions are yours. Not all of them, but enough. You manage 4 men. Then 6. Then 8. Each one different. Each one watching you. Not for leadership. For weakness. You learn quickly. Confidence is currency. Hesitation is exposure. You give orders you're not entirely sure about. Because waiting is worse. You send someone forward knowing there's risk. Because not sending them stops the mission. That's the first real compromise. You tell yourself it's necessary. Because it is. But that doesn't make it easier. You start tracking outcomes differently. Not just success or failure. Loss versus gain. You become colder. Not by choice. By function. Level 5, the planner. It starts when you stop going in first. You're still in the field. But now you're behind the movement. Mapping it. Designing it. You receive intelligence. Incomplete. Always incomplete. You build operations from fragments. You decide routes, timing, entry points. You calculate risk. Not in theory. In people. This plan costs 2 men. That one costs none. But takes longer. Which one do you choose? You already know. You choose efficiency. Because that's what keeps contracts alive. You start seeing the bigger structure. This isn't just missions. It's business. Each operation,